YouTube looking for my replay. It might not be there because it's acting like it wants to start, but it's not starting. Just FYI. I need to turn on the AC too now. I closed the window and now I need the AC. Then if I go over there, you guys are going to see my panties. So, but wait, I cannot be in here like this. Hold on. So my preferred state is no clothes. Just that's my preferred state. And I closed the window. You see that window right there? I closed it right before I came live and forgot to turn on the AC. It's hot out here in Milan. It's in the 90s every day. Every day. And it's humid out here. So okay. Anyway, congratulations. Congratulations to life. Congratulations to the fact that you have approximately how many summers left to live? You have approximately how many summers left? During initiation today, there was a woman there that was 53. Whenever a woman is evidently an older woman and she shows up into my space, I like to ask her her age and to ask her to get present with her limited time. What does Steve Jobs say? Anybody know the famous quote? They want to share it. Because we get so conveniently forget the limited time. No, like, okay, so we're going to get into the topic today, but we're just going to do things differently. Listen, okay? Like, we're going to die. Like, for sure. Like, for sure. Right? Oh my God. So, like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't start all that just the vessel shit. What are you doing? Nothing is promised but death, exactly. Like, okay, and here's the thing. Listen, y'all know Gary V, right? Y'all know Gary V, right? I did Gary V. And I'm only using him as an example because I love the way he expressed it. I know this, y'all ain't heard this for the first time, but I just like the way he expressed it, okay? Please don't start all that Big Bang shit and all that. Because if you got into a freak accident today and went to the hospital and was on a damn oxygen machine, you wouldn't be like, yeah, I don't care about living. I've already died. You know, the Big Bang. Just stop. Just cut it out, okay? Cut it out. But anyway, he says, your time is limited. No, that's what Steve did. Gary V talked about, he said, and this is so real. So for the men in the house right now, like when you ejaculate, how many babies? It's like millions of sperm that ejaculate. Millions of sperm that ejaculate. And here's the thing. Thank you for sharing, Goddess. Out of all the millions, you came out of all the millions of opportunities in that sperm, you came out. Like, we need to get present with this. Okay, so that's one piece of it that Gary, he said it different, but I just thought of him as inspiring this. You came out, first of all. Then look at the statistics of the number of children that don't make it past the first year of life, or make it alive after the first like 3 days of coming out of their mother. You're amazing. This is my point, though. This is my point. The society is set up to have everybody feel like they're insignificant. I'm not going to even go there right now. let's focus on the celebration right now, okay? So, a lot of children don't make it past the first 3 days of life outside of their mother's body. Go do the research, okay? Then the next age where on the path of like newborn to adult, the next age group, last time I checked, data is changing all the time, but last time I checked, the next age group that dies the most is teenagers who are new drivers. Teenagers who are new drivers. They die the second most. Okay? Then, oh my God, for all of y'all that's over 30, wasn't your 20s wicked? The 20s was wicked. Oh my God. First of all, my teens was wicked. I'm glad that I didn't kill somebody or get killed in my teens, okay? But for those of y'all who had normal, the 20s was wicked. Yes or no? The 20s was wicked. You did all kind of stupid stuff. And then for those of us who over 40, the internet wasn't around, so so people didn't see. But you made it past your 20s where you was driving stupid. How many of y'all used to love to just put, when you, like your first 5 years of driving, I know some of y'all still do this as an adult. I remember just wanting to push the gas all the way to hell fast. Stupid shit. Stupid shit. In your 20s, yes or no? Teens, 30s. Man, having unprotected sex with niggas. What? You know you can get AIDS, right? Just Russian roulette. Just Russian roulette. And how old are you today? How old are you? How old are you? How old are you now? Look, how did I not get AIDS? Girl, women, listen. You know what I'm saying? Listen, y'all better have a good time. Y'all better have a good time. Whether you broke or you got money, have a good time. Please just have a good time. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Like, so then when you just really look at the fact that all the moments you could have died and you're still alive. First of all, you're 1 in a million, literally. That's not just a cute saying, you're 1 in a million. Regardless of your money level, where you were born, your religion, whether your parents loved you or not, took care of you or not, you are 1 in a million. That's number one. Number two, you're still alive. When you could have died the first 3 days out of your mother's womb, you could have died as a teen, you could have died in your 20s. I know some of y'all here in your 20s, but you made it out your teens. You know what I'm saying? And if you're in your 40s or 50s or 60s, you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s. What? Like, you could be like 35 years ago. Oh my God. And here's the thing. You are a blip in time. You're a blip. All of the people before us, all of the men and women who were alive in the 1800s, in the 1700s, in the 1500s, all the men and women who were alive, who are gone, long gone, been gone, had their chance to be here and do what they could do, chose to do, thought to do in that century. Like the billions of people who never experienced live streaming on TikTok. What? Hey, great grandma, I'm live streaming on this phone thing, right? So what it is, you know how y'all used to pick up the phone and like do like that. Now that thing, it doesn't have to be attached to the wall now. Like we hold it and we can get on planes and take it all over the world. And guess what? Great, great, great grandma, it has a camera on it. And I can actually push a button that makes the camera come on. And I could be in California and somebody in Thailand can see me. Can you believe that? What would your great, great, great grandmother say? You shucking and jiving. You a fool. You a fool. Well, let me tell you what I got. I was able to send a letter, and instead of it getting there in 7 days, it got there in 2. You hear me? Y'all see what I'm doing? You see where I'm going? All of y'all struggling with anxiety and high stress, stop. Have a good time. Have a good time. Your people gone. They had their chance. Your people gone. Your great, great, great grandma gone. They gone. And with all the complaining, they was alive. With everything to be mad about, sad about, rageful about, complain about, bitching about, marching about, you here. With technology, with the most freedom we've ever had down here. So it's not even worth bitching and, baby, figure it out. Figure it out. Anybody see that clip? It's starting to go viral. I don't know if it hit y'all yet. It started going viral on Instagram with Lauryn Hill speaking at that, what was it, NBA, NFL thing at that rooftop. I think it was a rooftop hotel in London. Anybody here saw it? Where she's like, we got too many brilliant minds to still be struggling with the shit that humanity is struggling with. We got all the resources, the money, the mind. She said, we need people who are thinking with their hearts, and we need people who actually want to do it, is what she said. Oh, you saw it. Word. Coco said she saw it. And she had everybody's attention. And I was like, this. She was like, we shouldn't even be dealing with poverty. Poverty? Really? Poverty in 2024 for anybody around the globe? Like, that sounds hella archaic. Like, she's like, we have way too many brilliant minds. The point is, we got it. Everything is here. It's what's going on up here and what's going on in here that's deciding what your reality looks like. And you can choose. Man, you can choose. Ain't that crazy? All right. So you're one in a million. Your time is limited. Have a good time. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So congratulations. Today I completed 2 of my 4 womanhood initiations. Y'all know I've been talking about that because this week and this week only. Doors to the woman community is open this week and this week only. Here's a congratulatory glass of rosé to everything I just said, to life, to living it, really living it. Okay? Using your brilliant mind, tapping into this technology because your great, great, great grandmama is watching, whether she loves you or not. Okay? What up, goddess? Glad you're here. I mean, hey, Prita. So, this topic today, and your standards as a woman of purpose. Hello, YouTube. YouTube is always so quiet. Hello, YouTube. How are you? If you're new here, my name is Naima, founder of the Academy for Womanhood, where we help women grow up and become unapologetic women who design their lives based on true desires terms. And today's topic is a continuation of a topic that's looming right now, particularly with some women in the community who, and not even just in the community, but a lot of women worldwide who are dealing with rage, particularly women of purpose, particularly women of purpose. Who here be ready to kill somebody when they feel violated? Who here, when they see something unjust being done to women or children, be ready to risk their life? I'm shining. Even though I did my oh, wait a minute now. So we got a lot of me. Are you going, have you invested money and your time to cure cancer? Somebody asked about cancer. What about cancer and a cure? A cure for cancer was found years ago. A cure for cancer was found years ago. Okay, so here's the direction I'm going to go in. It'll all come together. Thank you very much for saying what you just said about cancer. So, a prevailing, actually, hold on. Let's see how far we'll go with this. So, I know this has occurred to some degree with women in my community, but I don't think to a great degree because but in a way, so I'll say it just to touch on it. The devil, Satan, resistance force, whatever you call your enemy, the white man, whatever, fill in the blank, resistance force, whatever name you use to describe your enemy, or the world's enemy, or humanity's enemy, or whatever. That enemy sure seems to have a lot more conviction than you do. That enemy seems to have a lot more conviction about their purpose than you do. Like Lauren Hill said, we have too many brilliant minds. And when I mean brilliant, I don't mean even just, I know there's a lot of positive association with brilliant, but there's a level of madness that goes along with brilliance, depending on what degree of brilliance we're talking about. The enemy more convicted than y'all. Satan, the devil, more convicted than y'all. So cancer been cured. So many things. Are you convicted? Are you right? To do your thing in the world? I don't know who said this, but I heard it and I really liked it. Evidence of a true desire is its actualization. Evidence or its attainment. Evidence of a true desire is its attainment. Do you really care about curing this and helping that and doing that and doing that? Or is that just a really good thing to suck your attention and be mad and rageful about it? All right, enough of that. So, rage. I want to talk about real, violent rage. So, shout out to you know who. We were texting on WhatsApp earlier today. If you watch the replay on YouTube, because I know that you do. We were talking about psychiatric episodes and how common it is for women having psychiatric episodes to be put in, seen by a doctor or sent to an institution, etc. And I said, what was it, last week? That if you let Whitey tell it, everything that is a part of your process of uncovering your brilliance, he's going to label it as demonic, mental illness. You're sick. You're possessed. You don't know who you are. You've lost your shit. When the natives saw psychotic episodes as rites of passage. Anybody else here read about this? Sort of like in modern day, it's called like quarter life crisis, midlife crisis, uh, puberty, uh, sweet 16, bar mitzvah, all this. Okay? Terrible twos. Right? All these things modern day have names to speak to the growth of the human, the stages of the human. And when we get into adulthood, and somehow when we look at women who are coming into their brilliance in not even just modern day times. I introduced Iris to you here months ago when we were looking at, when we were promoting Women Gods Gather in Atlanta. And Iris is 63. And she remembers her father putting her mother in a loony bin because they often disagreed. And at that time, which was it in the 40s? Could be 40s, could be 50s. A husband, or sometimes it didn't even have to be a husband, a male could not like how a wife or a woman was acting and could call and have her put in the loony bin, just like that. We're talking less than 100 years ago, people. Okay? And one of the ways that women today can be kept out of power is erecting a series of prisons around who she really is. But a human is going to do what a human is going to do. Okay. So it's like trying to tell a 10-year-old not to turn 11, telling an 11-year-old not to turn 12. Okay. And so modern day systems, y'all have heard me talk about this, are constantly saying, no, you exist here and here only. You emote this way and this way only. You express this way and this way only. You do this and this only. Anything outside of that is a problem. Anything outside of that, there's a name waiting for you. There's a name waiting for you. What are the names? Tell me in the comments, what are the names? What are the names waiting for you? When you exist outside of perimeter that society says constitutes woman, what are the names? Thank you for sharing the live, Kira. Am I unclear? Chris said, eccentric if you're wealthy. Right. Amazing how money changes things. Tell them. Tell them. I heard somebody say for Black women, there's a lot. Tell them, what are they? My battery is low, so I'm just plugging it up. Ah, somebody said hysterical is a big one. Yep. ABW. I don't know what that one means. Oh, excuse me, YouTube. So this song is running through my head right now. I want to take you down. I really want to take you down and show you what love's about. I want to take you down. Everybody, oh. Y'all know who that is? Don't stop, get it. Yeah. I want to take it down. Who know what that is? Y'all better have a good time with your limited time. Anybody know what that song is? I want to take it down and show you what love's about. That's Chris Brown. Yeah. So, eccentric if you're wealthy, hysterical, crazy, psychotic, right? And so, because we all have a biological need to belong, none of us want to be called that. None of us want to be seen as that. So, we all just become really good at staying. And when I say really good, that's subjective, right? Because in the staying like this, we get sick, we get literally sick, burnt out, exhausted, all the things, because you cannot stop a human from humaning without very expensive costs. You can't stop a 10-year-old from turning 11, and you can't stop an 11-year-old from turning 12. Unless you kill them, which is what we do symbolically. So what happens with trying to make yourself stay in here to make sure you fit and you don't get called crazy and psychotic and any other ugly thing that could be hurled at you? There's a buildup inside. There's a buildup inside. And also because you don't have a solid sense of self, when you only operate within this socially acceptable frame, people do things to you and you let it happen. So what's happening is for years, you're being psychologically accosted, but you're being quiet about it. Things that actually deeply matter to you, you stay quiet around it because you don't want to be called you being difficult, you being rude, you're being unkind, you're being whatever, angry, you're being. So people accost you because you don't have a solid sense of self, you don't say anything. So it's just, for years. And the whole while, your furnace is building on the inside. You'll be smiling and you look put together, kind, patient, emotionally intelligent. And what they don't know is you're boiling and a rage is brewing. A rage is brewing. And see, when you're younger and you're looking out at the world, you sort of feel like, all the grown people and then you, right? When you're a teenager, maybe in your 20s, early 20s, maybe even late 20s, who knows, right? Because some people grow up later in life, right? So you're constantly thinking like they know better. The older people know better. The men know better. The government know better. The pastor know better. Like everybody else knows better. And you just need to figure out how to be okay with existing here and only here. That thing you were upset about, you're tripping. That thing that felt like way like not cool. No, that's you. You need to learn how to accept that. Deal with that. Take that. That thing where you said yes, but you really wanted to say no, but you didn't want to seem like you were unkind or selfish or unhelpful. And so that becomes your habit of saying yes, going against yourself when you really want to say no. It's like doing that to yourself. So then your furnace builds and builds and builds. Then you hit your next psychotic phase. They call it a midlife crisis, where people start divorcing left and right. Or there becomes a whole new agreement in the marriage. Well, he has a mistress, she's sleeping with somebody else, but that's the agreement, right? Because the shit has hit the fan and like she's not putting up with the shit no more. He feels whatever, but they agree to stay married. Maybe because the money, maybe because they have kids, whatever. But there's a blow up. And then you get women on the internet, how we see going on now, like it's all about me now. Yeah. I'm centering myself. I'm decentering men. And there's all this force behind it because for years you've been saying yes when you mean no, smiling when you're raging inside. People violate you, but you think it's unkind to say something. And on and on and on and on. Okay? Now, particularly for women of purpose, right? So that was general. Like that could be any woman what I just described. Now, when it comes down to women of purpose, you become rageful in very specific episodes. As I said earlier, when you see something unjust being done to others, okay, or somebody violates you, which is what I just mentioned. Somebody violates you, and you get hot. Okay, you like physically get hot, and it's almost like time stops, and you feel possessed. Okay, and you might explode. Okay, ask me how I know. You might explode and act in a way that you don't normally act. This is pointing to something. This is the purpose, part of the purpose of today's talk. This is pointing to something deeper. And we're going to continue this conversation. This is part of what we concluded in our WhatsApp text today. Is looking at what this rage is pointing to as it relates to your purpose. What is this rage pointing to as it relates to your purpose? Because it's a lot of things going on, but you only seem to become genuinely enraged and hot and ready to go to war and ready to stand on business when it comes to these very specific things. When you see whatever it is, it's different for all of us. But I'm going to use these examples because they're so common. You see women or children being treated in what you deem as unjust. Okay. I remember I used to live in Miami, and I lived in the art district. And they used to have, I forgot what it was called, but I think it was every first Friday maybe, where it just came alive. They set up vendors and shows, and it was beautiful. And one day I just decided to drive down the street, rolling down the street, smoking. I wasn't smoking in though, but just cruising. Baby, let's cruise away from here. So anyway, cruising, nighttime, and I see a man with a woman pinned up against a garage. Baby, you got to know what's going on. That's all I saw. I see a man with a woman pinned up against the garage. I pull up, roll down the window, and I say, "Hey!" He backs up off of her. And then I soon realize that they're drunk crackheads. Okay. Now, I'm not releasing that, I'm just saying. And I say, "What's going on?" "Oh, no, we just, da, 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 da." So there's and then she asks if they can get a ride up the street. So they get in the car with me and I take them up the street and drop them off. But it's episodes like this that pop up in my reality that used to, they don't pop up anymore. I don't. Yeah, this hasn't happened in a while. Um, but it's to give an example of things that you be ready to stand on business about. You be ready to fight about. You be ready to, nah. Who here wants to share theirs? Baby, let's move away from here. Mm. If you want it. So, class is adjourned. Oh, that's a topic to go deeper into. And the woman will initiate. I at least want to close out this version of the conversation that if you're new here, or that is what used to be the yellow, following. If you are really in the world, you playing small and you really want to develop your vision for yourself, all yourself, so that you can pull from what's necessary to enjoy this life in the way that's best for you. You should come to my women's initiation. Only if you're ready for community, only if you're ready to invest $90,000. You should not come if you're not ready for community, if you're not ready to invest $90,000. You are ready to be seen and you have been enjoying value in my new initiation content or you should come. So we have two more this week, Friday and Sunday. Both of them in my bio and sign up for woman, good, initiation, woman, good, initiation, woman, good, initiation. So unless there's, yeah, I am at this point it's a little bit in your hands. So if there's something particular you have questions about, comments, now, otherwise, I'm going to go celebrate and share. I love it. So, if you like it's pretty cool. 35 seconds. Any other questions? I'm 35 seconds.